Yo, DNC, let's cash it. Cash, baby. FBI, cash, baby. All right, stop. I've been confirmed, so listen. Cash is here and Adam Schiff's my mission. Democrats are freaking out quite nicely. Scared of the truth, I bring it daily and nightly. Will they get away? Hell no. Lock them all up. I'll make it so. Pelosi, Schumer, Waters, Eric Swalwell, and the rest of you, you better get ready for the charges I'm bringing you. Schiff, you'll be in jail real soon. I'm gonna lock you up in a hotel bathroom. Diddy, I didn't forget about you. Soros, Epstein, and JFK too. Fauci, Gates, and the Clintons better pray. You're gonna need some bail money. Cash is on the way. If there is a problem, I promise I'll solve it. Check out the swamp while I start to dissolve it. Yeah. FBI, cash, baby. Yeah. Hey, yo, bartender AOC. Ilhan married her brother.
Let's get started.
Elon, you have no right to take away Social Security benefits from millions of Americans over 120 years old. That's right, it's a constitutional crisis. That's right, Maxine. It's a threat to our democracy.
Chuck, there's clearly evidence of fraud happening in Social Security. How else do you explain the checks going to people 140 years old? Who are these people supposed to be, vampires?
Not exactly. But the answer is actually much simpler than fraud. You see, there are things in this world, dead things, many of them relying heavily on disability checks.
Chuck, if dead people are receiving disability checks, that's fraud.
Let's just say because someone is dead, that doesn't mean they're no longer eligible for Social Security.
Are you guys trying to say there are ghosts receiving benefits?
It's the only logical explanation besides fraud, which is clearly unlikely.
Can you prove it to me?
Yes, we can. Meet us at the Congressional Cemetery tonight at midnight. Maybe once you meet someone who depends on Social Security checks, you'll change your mind about cutting them off. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Right. Stopping fraud in Social Security is somehow anti-democracy. Who dares disturb my gay kissing? Oh, it's you. Where the hell is my Social Security check? I have bills to pay, you know. I'm working on it, Benjamin. You see, Elon, without Social Security payments, homosexual ghosts like Benjamin Martin can't afford to eat.
Wait a minute.
You're stopping my benefits because you think it's impossible to be 130? I'm 287 years old. You must be an idiot. Thank God I have highly ethical geniuses like Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer to watch my back, or who knows what else you do.
Good morning. I apologize. Apparently I had the mic off in the beginning, so the introduction kind of got screwed up. Poop in my face. And the sun. My God. I can never find a good spot. And when I do, there's somebody there. So I apologize if the brightness, hopefully the sun. Man, I'm saying. Anyway, good morning. Happy Friday. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con here with the common sense and random shit show. Because as this guy always says, last 4 years before the inauguration of the real President Trump, that's what it's been. A shit show. You know, this shit's pissing me off. It's kind of comical. Why did I have to park somewhere where the sun is affecting the video? Whatever, it's live. That's what you get. That's what I get. Poop in my face. Anyway, let's get to it. That's some pretty funny shit. I had the mic off, so I was kind of laughing in the background when he said interrupted. The ghost was saying interrupted my gay kissing. Two genders. Just saying. That's hilarious. But anyway, let's get to it. My two libtards of the day that I have to do every day.
Last night, the conversation my fiance and I had before we went to bed was, if this happens, we won't be having kids. At least not in the next 4 years. We definitely can't have them in the state we live in now. I'm already a high risk, and If we wait 4 years, I'll be pushing 36, which makes me high risk and a geriatric pregnancy, which means it's probably never gonna happen for me. Not here in the US, definitely not here in Charleston, South Carolina. We could move back to our home state of Maine. They're a protected state, or to Vermont, somewhere in New England. But even then, who's to say what's gonna happen? And then waking up to texts between myself and my female friends and my LGBTQ plus friends, and not knowing what the world's gonna look like for them either. And then coming to school this morning and realizing someone might want to put a gun in my hand to protect these kids. That's all we did at our last teacher in service day, was prepare for gun lockdowns. I teach 2 and 3 year olds, and that's the world they're growing up into. So I hope you voted, and I hope you know what you did when you voted.
They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy. They, them, energy.
If you want to win the game, you gotta take a good aim and get the most marbles with your hippo. Playing Hungry, Hungry Hippos. Hungry, Hungry Hippos.
Hungry, Hungry Hippos is the name of the game, and whoever hippo gets the most marbles wins.
Playing Hungry, Hungry Hippos. Hungry, Hungry Hippos.
I win.
Hungry, Hungry Hippos from Hasbro.
Gen X, remember that cartoon? I mean, the commercial. I'm sorry, that's fat shaming. Bad of me. Fuck that. That shit was funny as hell. Oh man. Anyway, you notice I have fun doing this shit. I love doing this shit every morning. I'm here to make fun of the bullshit, as I always say. Not breaking news, but if you haven't seen some of the stuff and I'm sharing it and it's the first time you see it, you're welcome. But it is what it is. I'm here to entertain you because I get entertained watching this dumbass shit from the left. Anyway, Stephen Miller, Deputy White House Chief of Staff of Policy. I posted a video last week of him tearing into the media. But this right here, giving a civics lesson, just saying. To the fools in the media.
In 2017, then President Trump. Go ahead. Can I just follow up? You just had 2 questions, Kate. Jordan, go ahead.
Mr.
I have an
Hassett,
important follow-up. Jordan, go ahead.
Stephen Miller about Doge. So you spoke about Doge. You said roughly $50 billion is set to be cut in a year of waste, fraud, and abuse by unelected bureaucrats. We're hearing this ironic narrative from the president's critics and the left-wing media that Elon Musk is an unelected bureaucrat and he's doing all this terrible stuff. Isn't one of Doge's objectives to get rid of the federal bureaucracy, the deep state, and also who was running the White House when Joe Biden was in office? Because I don't know a single person who believes it was Joe Biden.
You're tempting me to say some very harsh things about some of our media friends. Yes, it is true that many of the people in this room for 4 years failed to cover the fact that Joe Biden was mentally incompetent and was not running the country. It is also true that many people in this room who have used this talking point that Elon is not elected fail to understand how government works. So I'm glad for the opportunity for a brief civics lesson. A president is elected by the whole American people. He's the only official in the entire government that is elected by the entire nation, right? Judges are appointed, members of Congress are elected at the district or state level, just one man. And the Constitution, Article 2, has a clause known as the vesting clause, and it says the executive power shall be vested in a president, singular. The whole will of democracy is imbued into the elected president. That president then appoints staff to then impose that democratic will onto the government. The threat to democracy, indeed the existential threat to democracy, is the unelected bureaucracy of lifetime tenured civil servants who believe they answer to no one, who believe they can do whatever they want without consequence, who believe they can set their own agenda no matter what Americans vote for. So Americans vote for radical FBI reform, and FBI agents say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote for radical reform on our energy policies, but EPA bureaucrats say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote to end DEI, racist DEI policies, and lawyers at the Department of Justice say they don't want to change. What President Trump is doing is he is removing federal bureaucrats who are defying democracy by failing to implement his lawful orders, which are the will of the whole American people. Thank you.
Talk about bam in their faces. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a little educated myself there in the liberal media. If they're smart, they're supposedly smart, they should know this stuff, but they don't. They still follow their marching orders as far as dictatorship and, a threat to democracy. That right there was probably the best explanation ever. Of course, liberals don't know how to do that. The Democrats, they don't know how to talk good sense into anything. Case in point, Jasmine Crockett, the ghetto chick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the fuck these people get in office. I don't know. Seriously, you guys that voted these people in should feel ashamed. But of course you don't, because you're Democrats and you're stupid.
Now, President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
What do you have to say for yourself?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us.
Oh, come on!
Because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again.
Is he all right upstairs?
We had a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime, because we know that Ebola, unfortunately, was detected right here in New York here recently. And if we continue down this road of getting rid of scientists or deciding that we don't want to rely on experts as it relates to what they're telling us to do.
What? What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Or we don't want to deal with vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
Cuckoo. Okay, 2 things. My opinion, no genius, common sense. $5,000 right now for people in my situation, trust me, it'll help a lot. 2, what is she trying to say about the pandemics? Is that a threat? I mean, are they threatening for the next election? That's what they're going to be using? Another pandemic that they used the last time? Because that's what they did. They used it and to shut down, this country pretty much and fuck us all up. But anyway, I mean, seriously, think about that. Why would she mention that in the side? That's what they're scared. We're taking away all of their power, their money, everything, and they're pissed the fuck off. It is what it is, and people like me see it. It's common sense. Anyway, on to the next one. Watch this and we'll talk about it.
As you all know, over the past month, the president has taken questions from the press, all of you, nearly every single day. Sometimes on multiple different occasions in the same day, on any topic any of you wish to talk about.
Give me one up here. Boom.
Boom! President Trump set the tone on this approach immediately when he took more than 12 times the questions in his first few hours in office, as Joe Biden did in his entire first week. Yesterday,
and also
a quarter we hosted a local media row here at the White House with television and radio stations from across the country that reached up to 60 million viewers and listeners.
Can't argue with that. Since he was sworn in, let's be real. I mean, if you're in denial of that, you know, because the rotting bag of oatmeal, you already know that carcass that was supposedly in office for the last 4 years and was president that won the last election with more votes than anyone. I'm just saying. I mean, when was the last time you've ever seen a president take as many questions and answer them in a way that we can understand? Ever. Never. Just saying. Anyway, one more video. Watch the common sense reply to this question. Links in the description to these videos that I share and their channels.
Being told by a lot of people who have been let go at other agencies that they were told they were being dismissed because of poor performance, when in some cases they haven't even had a performance review yet because they've only been on the job a couple of months.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen a person who was laid off for poor performance say that they were performing poorly. Okay.
Good point.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Yeah, I've never seen a person who was laid off for poor performance say that they were performing poorly. Okay.
Good point. Sure, Caitlin.
The foolishness of that comment is so deep, I can only ascribe it to higher education. You have to have gone to college to say something that stupid.
Just saying. All right. This guy here, as I said it many times, I'm not viral. It's fine. Someday, hopefully, people start being entertained by this guy. Me posting funny shit. And as I said, as the channel grows, because I'm doing it all myself, you know, using up my time, which I enjoy doing every morning. No breaking news. Just share. Oh, what does that say? Insufficient memory. Oh, God, I hope this doesn't shut down. Got a little warning there. Too much going on. Hopefully it's not the sun or the dumbass videos that I'm sharing from these Democrats. But I just want to entertain you. You know what I'm saying? This is an entertainment, funny shit that common sense, me, because I have common sense, even though I've done some shit in my past. And it is what it is, as this guy always says. So, you know, please subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know what you want to talk about. There's something, I see a couple of people on TikTok share a couple of stuff, which I'll get to. So I can share some of the stuff they're posting that I haven't seen yet. So, you know, I'm literally working 24/7 to make sure half hour I can entertain you. I'm not here to talk about politics. I know we're all tired of the same shit, a whole hour, half hour of politics. I'm tired of it, you know what I'm saying? So I like to be entertained, you know, and since I'm a big movie buff, we'll get into that in a second. I sometimes talk about movies or shows or stuff that I'm into. Shit, I'll be talking about books one day. Martial arts. You've seen some of my videos in the past, if you've seen them. So thanks for watching. Love you guys. But as I say a million times, I'm here for you, to entertain you, and to watch all the poop on these assholes, Democrats' faces, because as I say many times, you know, you put a liberal in front of a conservative, they get shut down. Now, random shit part of the show. Movie buff, superhero buff. I've mentioned it before, but I have a question for you. Let me see. Bam! Who's your favorite Batman? I'm waiting. Anyway, I like Christopher Nolan's Batman with Christian Bale. I thought they were pretty good. I'm not going to say realistic because they're superheroes, but I thought they were good. They were dark. He was a ninja pretty much. I'm a big ninja guy. I've mentioned before about Shokasugi and back in the 80s ninja movies. Pray for Death, Revenge of the Ninja. If you're my age, you probably remember those in the 80s. I had posters all over my wall. And Batman is pretty much a ninja, like Daredevil. But he has some kind of strength. And the thing about Batman is obviously he doesn't have any strength. He just has money. But Christopher Nolan, I like Christian Bale. I haven't watched Patterson yet. I heard it was decent, so I'll probably watch it. But still, who's your favorite? I'm going to tell you. Of all the Batmans that I've seen, there was about 5-10 minutes of a movie that wasn't even a Batman movie that I think was the best rendition of a Batman ever. And guess who played him? Michael Keaton. Have you watched the movie The Flash? You know, with that piece of shit, non-binary man who is a piece of shit. Let's just be real. Ezra Miller. You know, I watched it because I like superhero movies. I've mentioned before, I may not like the actor because of their politics, but I still watch their movies because it's fantasy. And it's fantasy. So I don't judge the movie. But I will critique this movie. The Flash sucked. Probably one of the worst DC movies ever. Ever. But there were 5 to 10 minutes, of Batman that was better than every movie put together. I think I spit on the phone. Anyway, 5 to 10 minutes of Batman, Michael Keaton, kicking ass as Batman, that I think outdid every other Batman movie ever. You don't believe me? I have it right here. Let me show you. Where is it? I apologize. Solo Dolo. Here we go. Watch this. It's pretty cool.
For right now, Abby's sizzling zucchini square. Okay.
Yeah, that's Batman.
I'm Batman. All clear. Let's move. This might hurt. How much do you weigh?
180 each, plus her 440.
Let's get nuts. To the big one.
Like I said, pretty badass Batman. Probably the best ever. 5-10 minutes. Anyway, it is what it is. Thank you for watching, guys. As I said, random shit. It's not just going to be about politics. Sometimes I'll be all about random shit. Sometimes I'll be about random shit. Just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube, The Conservative Ex-Con. This guy. Also look me up on Facebook and on Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, you're conservative, download it. Great app to have. Owned and run by conservatives. No censorship. Yeah, happy Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm at work all day. Gotta love it. Not really. But anyway, again, love you guys. Subscribe, follow, share. Links in the description to all the videos that I post. Other channels, don't expect reciprocation. But it is what it is. They're geniuses posting this shit. The beginning video with Kash Patel. I love that shit. This is why they're scared of him. But you know what? It's on. Oh yeah, it's on. Peace out, everyone. Have a great day.